The Renaissance of Justice. Why we must build a mass movement to reclaim our future. We are living through the most critical turning point in human history. One where the decisions we make now will determine whether humanity enters a new age of equality and justice or falls permanently into a system of genetic and economic feudalism. The first installment of exposed how billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Peter Thiel are engineering human evolution in their favor. Through advancements in artificial intelligence, genetic modification, and life extension technologies, they are positioning themselves as the future overlords of a biological caste system, where the ultra-rich are not just wealthier, but physically and intellectually superior to the rest of humanity. But this crisis is larger than just AI and genetic engineering. It is part of a broader systemic failure, one where economic exploitation, political corruption, environmental collapse, and mass surveillance have combined to strip the vast majority of people of their autonomy and dignity. The ultra-wealthy are not just hoarding wealth. They are actively designing a future where they remain in control forever, an unaccountable, undying, unchallengeable ruling class. And yet, there is no movement on the horizon strong enough to stop them. Governments, bought and paid for by billionaires, refuse to act. Political systems are too broken, corrupted by corporate power and technological surveillance. The media, owned by the same oligarchs engineering this dystopian future, ensures the public remains distracted, divided, and disempowered. Meanwhile, the average person is so overwhelmed by day-to-day survival that mass mobilization feels impossible. But it is not impossible. It is necessary. We are calling for a new mass movement, one that will reclaim our autonomy, redefine our rights for the 21st century, and ensure that human evolution remains a collective journey, not a commodity controlled by billionaires. At the center of this movement must be the Universal Declaration on Equality, Human Rights and Justice, a new global framework that guarantees not just economic and social rights, but also the right to equal access to technological and biological evolution. This is our Renaissance spirit. This is the fight for our future. Our moment in history mirrors the great struggles of the past, but with even higher stakes. We're not just fighting for better wages, civil rights, or democratic representation. We are fighting for the very future of what it means to be human. The fusion of unchecked capitalism, AI-driven inequality, and the monopolization of life itself by billionaires means that unless we act now, the window for change will close forever. This crisis is accelerating due to 4 key factors. First, AI and biotech monopolization. Billionaires are hoarding access to cognitive augmentation, genetic engineering, and life extension technologies, ensuring that only the wealthy will benefit from the next stage of human evolution. Second, wealth dictating human destiny. The richest 0.1% control more wealth than the bottom 90% combined, and this wealth is being used to shape laws, policies, and institutions in their favor, ensuring that the masses remain permanently disempowered. Third, environmental and economic collapse. Climate change, mass displacement, and automated job loss are already making survival impossible for millions. Instead of solving these crises, the ruling class is preparing technological lifeboats to escape them, leaving the rest of us behind. Finally, political apathy and disempowerment. The public is tuned out, exhausted, or misled by propaganda, making the possibility of systemic reform through conventional political means increasingly unlikely. The only solution that has ever worked throughout history is mass mobilization. No major transformation in history has ever happened without the people demanding it. Governments do not grant rights. They are forced to acknowledge them through collective struggle. The labor movement of the late 19th and early 20th centuries fought against the unchecked power of industrial capitalists like Rockefeller, Carnegie, and J.P. Morgan. Through strikes, general labor revolts, and direct action, they forced the creation of labor laws, the 8-hour workday, and protections against child labor. The civil rights movement of the 1950s and 60s dismantled the legal system of white supremacy that had ruled the US for over a century. Through mass protests, economic boycotts, and civil disobedience, they forced an unwilling government to pass the Civil Rights Act and Voting Rights Act. The anti-colonial movements of the 20th century led to the dismantling of European empires, proving that even the most entrenched power structures could be defeated when enough people stood together. These movements all started small, with a few voices demanding justice in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds, but they won. Now we must do the same. To stop the rise of a genetically enhanced billionaire ruling class and reclaim our collective future, we need a movement that is as advanced as the systems we are fighting against. Our movement exists to prevent the billionaire class from monopolizing human evolution, to dismantle AI-driven inequality, and to ensure that technological progress serves all of humanity, not just the elite. At the heart of this mission is the Universal Declaration on Equality, Human Rights and Justice, a new global framework that will guarantee access to technology, economic security, and the right to evolve equally. Core principles. 1. Economic and technological justice. The benefits of AI, biotechnology, and wealth must be distributed equitably, ensuring that no one is left behind. 2. Political and legal transformation. We must end the control of billionaires over democracy by breaking up monopolies, enforcing wealth redistribution, and ensuring public ownership of AI and biotech research. 3. The right to equal evolution. No human should be denied access to the advancements that will define the future. This must be enshrined as a fundamental human right. Steps to build the movement. 1. Mass education and awareness. Use digital platforms, documentaries, and social media to expose the real stakes of billionaire-controlled evolution. 2. Strategic protests and direct action. Target the industries, corporations, and political figures enabling this system. 3. Legal and policy challenges. Introduce resolutions to ratify the Universal Declaration on Equality, Human Rights and Justice, international and international law. 4. Global solidarity. This is not just an American problem, it is a global struggle. We must work across borders to dismantle elite-controlled evolution. We are out of time. If we do not act now, the billionaire class will cement itself as the eternal rulers of a new human order. This movement must be built from the ground up, with the Universal Declaration on Equality, Human Rights and Justice as our rallying cry. This is our Renaissance spirit, a movement to reclaim the future from those who seek to privatize it. We are the last generation with the power to stop this. If we fail, humanity will never be equal again. Join us. Share this. Build with us. The revolution is now.